Hey riders, it's Reggie. I'm here in the Warkworth Fairgrounds getting set up for Reggie Gravel Fest. We're just going to do a little quick walkthrough of the grounds so you have some familiarity when you arrive. So when you pull in your car, you're going to come in this way through the driveway. Someone will greet you here and direct you to parking because this whole thing is going to be full of cars pretty much. Over there's a tree line, really nice spot that goes along the creek. That's where the camping is going to be. So campers, you'll get that information coming up directly to you in a little bit. So you'll come in here. This is the red barn, aptly named because it's really red. And this is where our registration happens. So you'll come here. Registration will either be inside the barn or outside under the Reggie tent. Over here is our hangout zone. So this big space, there won't be any parking in this area. But what we'll have here is for the post ride, we'll have our food. The food truck will be here. All the partners will have their spaces here, so there'll be a lot of hangout opportunities here. It's just a nice place to be. For your Good Lot beer, your Heartwood cider, after the ride, that's all here too. So the whole hangout is in this little green space right here. So fantastic place to meet up with your friends after your rides. That's on both Reggie Ramble Day on the Saturday, as well as Reggie Fun Day on Sunday. As we get closer to the start-finish straight, we'll just talk about the famous Cow Palace and what happens over here too. So this is actually the exit of the Cow Palace. Every loop that you finish, you come in through the barn, through the Cow Palace. You'll come out through that door. The finish line is just past the exit of the barn. You'll cross the timing mat. That's where you get your finish time. The results will all be live this year, so you'll get that quickly. When you finish your loop or your actual ride, our volunteers will be there to greet you with your finishing badge as well as your Endurance Tap Stroopwafel, which you'll be needing after your ride. So watch for that. We'll be trying to grab you as you come. So if you've finished your ride and you haven't got a badge and a Stroopwafel, you missed something. So go back, find a volunteer, and make sure they know that you've finished and what distance you've finished. And just a 2-second note on that. If you sign up for a distance, say the 130, but you only finish the 65, you are a DNF in the 130. However, you will get the finisher badge for the 65. So keep that in mind. It's maybe that mind game backup play for you, but you are a finisher of at least one loop, so you'll get the badge for that. So let's keep going here just a little bit along the Cow Palace. This is the staging area for the 65 and the 130 events. Those will be full of riders before they head out the start, out onto the street. When we do the 65 at the end, they stage over here because we'll have riders from 200 and 130 already coming through at the end of their loops. So we just need to give them a clear path. So that 65 stage here in front of registration in the middle of the hangout zone. This is our WD-40 lube and wash station right here with hoses. There'll be tables with WD-40 lube that you can use on your bike. Between loops, after loops, before loops, whatever. So that option is there for you. Next up will be scratch labs and our food support. So they'll be set up here along the Cow Palace. They'll have all the hydration so you can fill up your bottles before you ride, in between your loops, after. So that'll all be there. And then there'll be some nutrition, some of it from scratch labs, but we'll have things like bananas and candy and those types of things that we just kind of crave when we get through these big rides. The barn door that you see there is the entrance for your drop bag. So that will be open on that day, and you'll be able to run through there for your drop bag and refill your bottles and your nutrition and so on. And then that dumpster is when you're done your ride and you hate riding. No, just kidding. You're not going to hate riding. You're going to love it even more and want to do it again. That dumpster won't be here for the Reggie Gravel Fest weekend, but Shimano tech support will be at the end of the barn there. So if you need any quick fixes on tires, gearing, brakes, whatever, they'll be able to help you to get back out on your next loop. And then beyond that is the entrance to the start of each loop out onto the street between the white fences. And that's the beginning of each of the Ramble rides and each of the loops on both days, July 9th and July 10 here in Warkworth. Can't wait to see you here.